Good evening, everybody. Most of you used to seeing me, at least, out in the field talking head, talking about stuff. Well, I'm in the kitchen with Erin, who's freaking out right now.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not?
I'm great.
You're great? Okay. Well, Erin doesn't like doing these videos, but...
I mean, if there were, like, a crowd that I had to speak to, that would be different.
So you can't envision the people that are watching this, right?
I don't.
Okay. So, we did a video a few years ago, wasn't it? Like 2 years ago?
Like 2.
Yeah. And we talked about doing bone broth and chicken bone broth and how we did it. And we discovered a new way that is impressive. And the way we were doing it before is still amazing. And when we do things in large batches, we do it that way still. Sonny's in our kitchen. Go. You're not allowed over here. You know that. Come on, go. When we do large batches, we still do it that way. It's a long, slow cook, 30 hours. But when you want broth and you want it now, this baby, Erin, is the discoverer of this.
Instant Pot.
Now you can talk too.
Yeah.
You're going to hit me.
Oh.
So, the kicker with the Instant Pot, well, this isn't a sales pitch for the Instant Pot. The bottom line of it is there's other pressure cookers, electronic pressure cookers, but it's really key here because this combines the benefits of a slow cooker with the, instantness of a pressure cooker. Is that how you would best describe it?
It can be a slow cooker too. It can be a pressure cooker.
Yeah. So
it has all sorts of settings.
Yeah, it has
we're going to use it today as a pressure cooker.
Yeah. So we started doing bone broth in it when we just didn't want to either thaw some out or
turn on the stove in the summer.
Yeah, exactly. But also to make a quick broth that we drink, okay? The broth that we make in large quantities is not seasoned at all. So what we're doing today is making a drinking broth. This is a sipping broth. So think of it of like sipping a hot tea. Mm-hmm. You're going to season it that way. And so we're seasoning this to be a sipping broth, not necessarily a cook stock for something else. Right. You know, the stuff that we use that isn't seasoned, that can accept a whole bunch of different kinds of flavors. Yeah.
And you can really flavor this anyway. We're going to show you the way we like to do it.
We're going to show you the way we do it because this is our taste profile. We really enjoy this taste profile, and a lot of other people do as well. But mostly this is about nutrition, about healing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the spices we're using, everything we're using is high in polyphenols, high in anti-inflammatory agents. So that's why we choose what we do. Not only that, we just love it. So let's go ahead.
Let's talk about a second while you brought it up. Why is bone broth so important? Well, it's loaded with minerals from the bones, like phosphorus and calcium. And it's also loaded with collagen. So the heat breaks down the collagen, and the vinegar that we're going to add helps break down a lot of the bone salts and pull those out of the bones, get it in your broth, and so you can get it in your body, and it helps heal your gut.
Yeah.
So we use this as a preventative, not just if we get sick, but we try to sip on it like every other day at least.
This time of the year, we are consuming it quite frequently. So just as for instance, this past summer has been unbelievably wet. And we don't have air conditioning in our house, so there is mold, okay? And the mold content of the air around us is massively high. So our allergies, our respiratory system, everything is on I don't know, what would you say? It's just
it's fighting it.
Yeah, we're fighting, man. We're fighting. So
our bodies are fighting it.
Over the past few weeks, we've really amped up our consumption of bone broth. Through the summer, we don't drink that much.
Not usually.
Hardly at all. It seems to be when we're like inside more. It seems like when we come inside, that's when we like start consuming a lot more of it. Or if we start feeling ourselves getting sick, yeah. So
yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, the key here is simplicity, and this is you can do this 9 different ways to Sunday. This is how we do it for us, for how what we've experienced to be something that heals us, makes us feel better, and tastes unbelievable. Because you want to be able to drink this stuff. You want to have it in a cup and have it steaming and smell it and taste it and be like, oh, that's amazing. You know, instead of like gulping something down, choking down medicine. Who wants to do that?
No,
So, okay. So first things first is the chicken backs. Now, this is an 8-quart Instant Pot. And I'm using 2 whole chicken backs, which is about, call it, it's about 2.5 pounds, 2 3/4 pounds, thereabouts. Don't get really cranked up about, don't go getting your undies in a snit about what the poundage is, following the exact recipe. Basically, come on over here, Sierra. Basically, you want to look at the pot and you want to say, all right, I want to fill up the bottom quarter of the pot with the backs, okay? Very important to keep this little ringy-ding thing on the bottom so they don't burn on there. Okay. Now, the next thing is a big weirdo thing for a lot of people. We thought it was weird at first, but this is where the true goodness comes in. These are the chicken feet. This is the collagen. This is what is going to make that broth, when you put this broth in your refrigerator, you can take...
Do we have one?
No, we don't. We'll do this. So what we're going to do is we're gonna make it, and we're going to pour it, and then we're going to kind of show what it looks like, how we strain it and stuff. So, chicken feet. General rule of thumb, for every chicken feet, for every back, double your feet. Okay? So if you have a giant pot or whatever, and you're using 4 backs, you want to use...
8 feet.
I did that wrong. No. Think of a chicken having 2 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But I meant double the number of feet that the chicken has. So if this chicken has 2 feet, right?
Then you want 4.
Double the number. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so multiply times 4. So we're putting 8 chicken feet in here. And no fancy way, just throw them in, okay? Now, the big deal is with, like, the garlic and the onions.
This is the flavoring, so... Since we're cooking it on such a high pressure, we don't peel them. We don't do anything except for smashing them.
Yep. All you're doing is, we should smash that one more.
So loud.
That's all right. There you go. There you go. Now, don't worry about any of the skins. It takes forever to peel the skin off. Just throw it in there, because we're going to strain this later. All right?
We love garlic, so do you want to put a whole
Absolutely. Put a whole thing in.
Plus, if you're not feeling well, garlic is your best friend, or should be.
And so are onions. Onions are very high in polyphenols. Not nearly as much as garlic, but just quarter.
Also, I usually...
Okay, more than quarter. Just
Again,
toss it
we're
in.
not
Skins and all.
it. We just want this to flavor the broth so that it's delicious.
And onion also has anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
Okay, mushrooms. These we like. These are here.
Porcini.
Show these. These are dried porcini mushrooms. You can use shiitake. You can use button mushrooms.
Button doesn't have as much flavor.
Yeah.
We love these because they make it. They take it just from normal broth to amazing broth.
And also super high in vitamin D.
Yep.
Right? There's no reason to take multivitamins. We get this from our food. This is how we get it from our food. Okay. So just a splash.
Well, let's finish with the seasonings and then we'll do that. So just like a good...
Maybe, get one more of those.
Maybe a little more, and you can see it's quite a bit. But again, we're flavoring that broth.
All right, so
This is a
for people who
spice
love
seasoning that we
recipes
love.
that need to have like the amount, would you say that's like 4 or 5 tablespoons? Okay,
Yes.
this is hold on. We want to show you. This is herbs de Provence or herbe de Provence, right? Basil, parsley, lavender, marjoram, rosemary, sage, and thyme. So think of it this way: if you don't want to use herbe de Provence and you want to just remember something simple, use the Simon and Garfunkel song, "Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme."
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we like. Or you can do like a poultry seasoning, whatever floats your
We
boat.
like this because lavender, parsley, basil, all of these are very anti-inflammatory, very medicinal herbs, and they taste
great.
amazing.
Just a few peppercorns.
Oh, see, I put more in
Yes,
than that.
you made it too spicy last time.
Oh. Okay.
All right, there. That's enough.
I put like a lot more
Yes,
in.
you do.
Can I put the salt in?
I don't know. It was too salty last time too.
Okay, maybe a.
That's a tablespoon.
Yeah,
That's a big
thereabouts.
tablespoon. And you can always salt it more. That's just it.
Okay, that's where I screw up.
You always want to just salt it, yeah. You like your salt. I
love
understand.
my salt. Okay, can I do the vinegar?
Sure.
All right, so the vinegar is an acid that helps to extract the minerals from the bones and helps to pull that out into the solution. So we're going to do maybe...
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah, a tablespoon,
Like an ounce,
2 tablespoons,
probably.
yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
And you fill this baby up with water, lid it, and now 240 minutes, which is 4 hours in high pressure.
Yeah.
High pressure in the meat-like setting, right? It's like, don't do the super broth, just do meat stew, high setting.
Or you can just do manual.
Well, whatever. 240 minutes, high pressure, high heat.
Yep.
And then it is...
And we fill it to cover everything.
You fill it to the maximum of what this is. Okay, cool. So we're going to get this on, and it's going to be 4 hours from now, which is 9:30 at night. Oh, dear Lord. I have to stay up to do this.
Or we'll just tape it in the morning.
We'll just do it in the morning, yeah. I go to bed at like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock bedtime's nice.
But
especially when it gets
we'll
dark
be back
at 7. Yes.
To show you the loveliness.
All right. Peace.
We're back.
Good morning. Yes,
Good morning.
we slept. And interestingly enough, that is one of the amazing things about the Instant Pot is it was on its standby keep warm mode for like 7.5, 8 hours when we got up this morning. And I'm pretty sure it keeps it at like 180 degrees, so you don't have to worry about...
And it's sealed up, so
yeah, it's totally sealed.
In there.
Yeah. So that's the other nice thing about these Instant Pots is you can kind of literally set it and forget it. So one of the reasons why we...
Wow, look at that.
I know, it's amazing. Here,
Yummy.
Sarah, look at this.
Let me grab a spoon.
That is incredible. So you'll see, we're not going to disrupt this a whole lot because we're going to strain this out. We kind of want stuff to sit down in the bottom, but hey babe, why don't you... Here, I'll get this. There you go. All right. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, get that. Just hold it back. So you just want to pour this nice and easy. And you'll see that it's mainly from those mushrooms. Oh my dear Lord, you can smell
it's beautiful.
those mushrooms. This. All right. There's a little bit left in there. Go ahead and you can see the onions, you know, the feet. I mean, this is basically just all mush.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't bother skinning the onions or the garlic or anything. It just ends up in mush anyway. We're going to get the rest of that juice out of there. But that made us almost a gallon of broth. And that gallon of broth for us will last us at this time of year
maybe
5 days.
Not even.
Maybe. This time of year, we'll drink that pretty quick. The four of us will drink probably a pint a day. We'll use it to cook eggs in. We'll cook our eggs in it in the morning and everything.
We would take it out of this plastic and then put it into glass. We just did that to show you quickly what it looked like, but we don't leave anything warm in plastic.
Yeah, we'll put this in quart jars. It just makes it easier to strain. But quick math on this is really simple. If you do 2 chicken backs, which is about 3 pounds, call it 3 pounds, 2.5, 3 pounds, at $2.50 a pound for chicken backs, you're looking at 5, 7, even if you call it $8, plus some chicken feet, garlic, etc. Bottom line, all said and done, for about $15, you can make a gallon of broth that is absolutely incredible. By the time you factor in all of your spices, your garlics, mushrooms, and everything.
The mushrooms are
probably the most expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but they make it incredible. They give it this brown color.
Yeah.
They just give it richness and like that umami, meaty, wonderful flavor.
Yeah. It's pretty hot, but
don't know if I'm that brave.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And this is so loaded with collagen that when this is at when this comes out of the refrigerator, we're going to get this into quarts. When this comes out of the refrigerator, you can hold that quart jar upside down. It's so solid it doesn't come out, and that's exactly what you're looking for. So awesome. Instant Pot. We actually, rather than getting to stop and relax, we have to work now.
Yep.
Go to the farm, you have to teach. So anything to say to these people?
If you don't have an Instant Pot, just look at our other video on the slow cooking method. We love both. We use both methods.
We use this a lot for us.
This has been our
go-to
new favorite.
Absolutely.
Broth. So
enjoy.
Enjoy.